During my 6 months in the Vtrim program, we explored a lot of strategies that different people integrate to achieve their weight loss goals. I was able to lose about 35 pounds over the course of the program, and part of it was by coming up with things that worked. And for instance, like I tend to eat really fast because I'm always in a rush. And so one of the things that I found really works for me is to, I use this little spoon. I got these little baby spoons, and it's kind of cute. They come in all different colors, and it's kind of fun to have around, and it just slows me down. The other thing is understanding about portion control. We're such an obesogenic world here. We just get such large quantities, and really understanding, what is a half a cup of something or a cup. And so one of the things I've done is I always have food around me. I always have, foods because I don't like to be hungry. So I have different foods. Here's an example. I use these little portion control. This is a little applesauce. I just keep it by my desk. If I get hungry during the day, I might have that. I could have peanut butter and crackers. A lot of fresh fruit. And the other thing is I love chocolate, and I eat chocolate every day. I have had chocolate every single day that I've been on the Vtrim program. And my strategy is I get these little tiny chocolate morsels, and I have them, a teaspoon here and there, and just enjoy them one at a time. It's really about the flavor. So the other thing is I love desserts, and I have dessert every day. And people say, how could you lose weight and have dessert every day? Well, it's understanding I have a 100-calorie Klondike bar, or maybe I'll have a fudge bar or something like that. But it's understanding the caloric value of that food choice and building it in. So I don't like to feel deprived. I don't think anybody likes to feel deprived. So again, understanding, what you need to live, how many calories every day, and what your food choices are, it works. Sometimes I think of myself as an emotional eater, especially when I get really stressed out, when there's a lot going on, or I have deadlines to meet. And in the past, I've kind of just I'll munch on something, just kind of, eating. And now, I still munch on things, but maybe I'll chew gum and drink water instead. Whereas in the past, I would have grabbed a bag of chips or a bag of popcorn, or, a bowl of fruit, a bunch of grapes, and all those things are good. It's just, understanding that there's a caloric value associated with every food. You think about it very differently. So you can still, use food to address that, to feel full or feel sated. One of the things here in the hospital, in our neonatal intensive care unit, we actually, when there's babies who are going to have a little test, we actually put something sweet on their mouth. It actually releases, endorphins to help relieve pain and help reduce stress. Again, that's evidence-based practice. So the concept of, well, okay, you're an emotional eater, you shouldn't eat, or that's wrong and bad. The Vtrim facilitators helped us understand that, even if you are an emotional eater, you can still, it's okay to do that in moderation with a good food choice. You don't want to stuff yourself. The other thing about Vtrim that's really been good for me is to understand how important physical activity and exercise is in my life. And, again, I'm, like I said, totally busy, work full time, go to school, have this big house project, just didn't really have it in my day to run to the gym or do this or that. So, again, the expert facilitators at Vtrim helped through reflection and giving us other strategies, helped us, everybody, come up with a plan to build exercise into their day. So for me, how I build exercise into my day is, I'm in my office a lot. I'm here hours, and I get up. I walk people back to their office. When they come visit me, we have a meeting, I'll walk them back. I always take the stairs instead of the elevator. That's great. And we have 6, 7-story buildings on campus here, so I get a lot of activity that way. I used to do a lot more email, it's just more convenient. And now I think before I send that email, and maybe, it's worth getting up and walking down the hall and having a face-to-face conversation with someone. It's a little more rich experience, but I also get some physical exercise. One of the really helpful things was using a pedometer. As part of the program, we started using a pedometer to understand, well, what's the baseline physical activity in a typical day. And then as we were recommended to increase our physical activity, whether it was walking or things that I did at work, stairs instead of the elevator, walking people back to their office, I could easily see how incrementally that activity, those steps added up, and I was able to build more exercise into my day.